So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. iOS 16 has been released. Now, it actually got released about 8 minutes after the predicted time that Apple said it was going to be released, but let's kind of take a few looks at some things that are introduced here. Redesign lock screen with widgets. You can link lock screen with focuses. We're going to show some of this in this video. You'll be able to lift subjects as well with visual lookup from the background. Not only that, if you click learn more, there is a ton coming here. And my aim of this video is not to cover every single feature. We would be here for the rest of your life, but we do have focus improvements, message improvements, mail improvements. Some of the big ones are in messages and lock screens here. Safari now brings pinned tabs as well as passkeys, live text improvements, visual lookups, Siri improvements where you don't have to confirm anymore, dictation, maps, Apple Pay and wallet improvements, home improvements, health improvements with medications, sports now are easier to see in the news application, family sharing, safety checks, accessibility, and more and more and more. Major update today. Go get your update today. You can also get 15.7, but I would recommend just going straight over to iOS 16. Now, before we do that, I do want to showcase to you that before I do this update, I do have 27.37 gigabytes available. And here are the scores on my iPhone 13 Pro prior to update: 1732 on single, 4741 on multi-core. That is running on iOS version 15.6. All right, so I am going to bring in my other iPhone over here, and we're going to go ahead and time how long this does take to download. Now, it is going to be based on your specific, internet connection, and here we go. 3, 2, go. So I'll be back when this is finally finished installing. Well, we have to agree, but we'll take 5 seconds off, whatever. I'll be back when the official iOS 16 is on the iPhone 13 Pro, which is the phone I will be using for this review right here. This is in the beautiful Sarah blue color as well. I'll be back when it's in. It does say about 7 minutes remaining. We'll see if it's a little bit faster or slower. All right, guys, so we're finally in. Software update is complete. You have been updated to iOS 16. Total time, 26 minutes here on my Wi-Fi network. I don't know what it is for you guys, but some people have already been complaining that they're seeing estimated times of up to 9 hours. So let me know how it's going for you. But hitting continue here, we're going to go ahead and continue this. You can see just your normal setup. Welcome to iPhone. Now, right away, you're going to be like, Nick, bro, this is the same thing. No, actually, it's not. They didn't really change too much of the actual look of iOS. They changed a lot of the features. It's a refinement update. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and go check out the amount of storage we do have available. Remember, I had something like 20-something gigs. So let's go to iPhone storage. And you can see how much is remaining. So I still have around 27 something gigs available. So it's still going to be essentially the same storage. You just have to have enough available to go ahead and make download. Now, one of the first things I want to talk about is one of the most common new features everybody knows about, and it's the new lock screens. So you can see right here, right away, big, bold fonts right there. When you go into wallpaper now, you're going to see you can change your wallpaper from your lock screen. So without even reading it, I already know how to do it. You just go ahead and hold down right there. You can go ahead and click customize, and you can go ahead and add new wallpapers. Now, not only are you going to be able to see your suggested photos right there. Do I know what I'm saying? Suggested. I'm not even speaking proper right now. I'm just so excited about this update. So let's go on. Let's continue on. So you can see right here, we do have the astronomy wallpapers, which a lot of people will definitely like. You can go ahead and move that wallpaper a little bit too if you kind of want that view or like that. Then you can go over here to the moon wallpaper. You can go ahead and move that around too. You got the solar system here. Not only that, you can go ahead and change those fonts in there. So it's going to get very customizable in here. And depending on your colors you like, you can basically do anything you want here. This is bringing amazing customization that we just haven't seen on iPhones before. Now, Apple found a way to go ahead and give you these customizations without actually, making it super customizable, but still giving you something. So I really love this. And what I mean by super customizable is they're not letting you change the icons and stuff like that. It's just basically your lock screen wallpaper. But I still think a lot of people are going to love it. You also have different ones like the emojis. I think a lot of people will like. You can bring them bigger, smaller, larger. And how do you change it? You just click an emoji like I just did right there. Let's say you want a car emoji. You can go ahead and add the car in there. You can see right there, it could spiral around. and more. Now also, if you just want a plain color, you can do that. You can click the color right here, change all the different colors, and you can even find your specific color, your specific spectrum. You could slide it to wherever you want. I mean, this is unbelievable customization to the lock screen. Something it's just not, Apple's just not known for doing. So I really do love what Apple has brought here. It's pretty fantastic. A lot of people really are going to enjoy these astronomy wallpapers though. So that's the one I've seen a lot of people like. We're going to go ahead and set that for now. And also I wanted to mention that in the widgets, you can go ahead and add different things below the clock. So you can have another clock down there, your fitness, you could have battery tracking and stuff like that. So lots going on here for this lock screen. Let's go ahead, done right there. And you'll see it'll say set wallpaper pair. I'll go ahead and click that. And then you'll see right here, when we come up out of here, it'll be the astronomy on the home screen and on the lock screen. And you can see it kind of does a little animation when you unlock it. It kind of just bounces a little bit right there. Now, another way you can set these wallpapers is just to go into wallpapers and just, you can kind of add them from here. You can even change that home screen one. So if you don't want that to be the astronomy, you can pick different gradients and stuff like that. Again, very customizable. So if you just don't want them to be the same, you can go ahead and do that as well. So let's go ahead and get inside of iOS 16 right here. And let's go ahead and take a look at another new feature. So one of the coolest things about these newer iOS 16 lock screens is that you can not only change them, but you can have focus filters depending on them. So when you hold down here on the lock screen, go ahead and click this focus linking right here, and you can pick whatever you want. So let's say you want this to be your personal wallpaper when you're at home and just chilling, you know what I'm saying? And also, by the way, notifications do come down there at the bottom now. Very clean. If you got multiple notifications and stuff like that, you'll be able to see them right there, kind of out of the way. And another thing about these is that your focus filters cannot be linked unless it's the default lock screen. So do keep that in mind. You'll have to create a new lock screen and make it default for the focus to be linked. So let's go ahead and pretend like this is one right here. We'll set this wallpaper pair. And now once it's my main one, I could go ahead and change this again. Let's say this is my work one with the planes and the clouds and stuff. So now I can link that right there. The planes and the clouds. This is the new, work lock screen. So let me go over here. We'll go back to this personal one, and we're back here in this personal lock screen right there. So pretty nice. I would say definitely something, I don't know if everyone's going to use. They probably just want to play around with the fonts and stuff, but it's there if you want to play around with that. And now the Apple Weather app will definitely give you more information than ever before. So let's go ahead and click the icon for Apple Weather, and we're going to scroll down here. And well, where's the extra information? I've seen most of this on my iOS 15. So go ahead and click on the actual day, and I'll take a look at this. You now have a lot more information that you wouldn't have seen before. I mean, down to like even seeing the graph throughout the day. It's pretty cool. Click this right here. They'll let you see UV indexes, wind, rainfall, what it feels like outside. And as you click them, you'll see they'll tell you more things about dew point, relative humidities, and stuff like that. So pretty cool. I actually like this because I've been learning more about dew points and humidity lately. Been doing some research on that and kind of how to keep my place a little bit cooler. So I think as you guys learn more about what all these weather things mean, it definitely comes in handy. So I really do appreciate Apple adding more information to the weather app. All right, so now within the iMessaging application, another great new feature is the ability to edit your messages within 10 minutes or so. So hi, this is the new editing feature. So let's say edit feature. Let's say I messed up, right? And now I don't have to look like I don't know my own grammar. I don't know how to, write properly. I don't look very smart. So let me go ahead and click this. You can see right here, not only can I undo it if I just made a fool of myself by not writing editing correctly, the edit feature, I put edit, I can go ahead and edit that really quickly. And then I can go ahead and put editing, well, not addition, or I'm just going to look even worse. Let's go to editing here. This is a new editing feature in iMessage. Even if you forgot something, you can go and add something as well. We'll click that. Now it'll show edited right there. Pretty cool, pretty neat feature. Again, further separating themselves from Android's just basic SMS texting. Now also, you can go ahead and undo the send if you're like, you know what? Why did I say that? I don't want them having proof of that. Watch this. undo send, bang, it's just gone. Love that feature. Amazing new feature. One of the biggest reasons to go ahead and download iOS 16 right there. So Memojis also gets new hairstyles. They're also going to give you new sticker poses as well as new headwear and noses and lip colors. So if you said, you know what, bro, they don't got my nose shape. Well, Apple's adding a few more noses in here as well, so it could match you a little bit better. Some people are still like, my nose just doesn't match these Memoji. So Apple's still working on it, but hey, they're adding more if you want to make this Memoji a little bit better. So some new headwear in here as well. Definitely nice that they're adding more here so you can kind of make this your own, like make it closer to the way you like it. So definitely nice that they're improving the emoji experience here in iOS 16. Yeah, so we also have new emojis coming to iOS 16. Heart hands, low battery, driver's license, bubbles. I think they have new bubbles as well. Let's go ahead and click bubbles right here. So yeah, you got some bubbles here. You also got, disco ball. Let's go ahead and put that right quick. You can see definitely a lot of new stuff coming. There's even more like kidney beans. Let's go ahead and check those out. I really don't like those things, but I'm gonna put them anyway. Where'd they go? The food. Let's go to beans. Let's just write beans right here. Yeah, right there. So there's a lot of new stuff in here. There's like 30 to 50 of them. So play around, you'll find them. If you want, I can go ahead and link below a list of them if you'd like to know every single one. But there's definitely a lot of new emojis coming here to 16. So nice that they're always including more symbols into the emojis. Definitely a leading feature for iPhone. Most phones don't have better emojis than iPhone, so definitely like that. So here's what's new in Mail. So you do have better abilities to search. You can undo sends, and you could remind yourself, when you want to get back to these emails. So definitely cool. You can also do send later. I think Google had some of these features already, but it's cool that you guys can do a little bit more. And the search is supposed to get a lot better in here, where it'll give you more suggestions and a lot more, just more detailed searching for Mail. So a couple little updates to Apple Mail if you use that. I don't really use Apple Mail too much. That's why I don't cover it that much on this channel. But if you guys use it, they're giving you a few more improvements. So there's new Passkeys in Safari as well as throughout the system to go ahead and just kind of have a faster way to do passwords. You're not really going to notice it too much. It kind of will just work in the background when you sign in with iCloud and stuff like that. But improve security with Passkeys. However, I want to take a look at pinned tab groups here. So I already have a tech tab group here, which basically keeps all of your internet tabs kind of organized. Let's go ahead and click this. And you can now see this new ability to pin the tab within the tab group. So let's go ahead and pin this tab as well. So essentially I can have pinned tab groups here. You can see right there. So it could be this one, and then I could add more in there. So like that one, and then definitely a little bit more. So again, I don't know how much you're browsing on your phone. Are you really going to be messing around with all these different tabs and tab groups and stuff? Depends. I mean, for me, that's just too much browsing on a phone. I'd rather just use an internet browser on my laptop. But you have these features if you want to go ahead and get a little bit more organized if you're on the internet all day on your phone, or you're running a business and you need everything kind of, separated, or you're doing schoolwork and you need everything separated from personal and schoolwork. So pretty cool new feature within Safari, the ability to pin your tab groups. So we now have the ability to pause a video frame and grab live text straight from it. So this is an iPhone 11 Pro box. I can go ahead and click on this now, and you'll see right here I could search the web. I can translate this if there was something to translate. I can go ahead and look this up with visual lookup right here. So you can pause video frames. So if you felt like, oh, I wanted to grab something out of a video, all you got to do is pause where the text is, and iPhone could find that intelligently. Just like they could do in live text with photos before, you can now do that directly from your videos. So a pretty nice new touch, I would say here. But do keep in mind, you need at least iPhone XS, XR models to go ahead and do that for your iPhone. So that's not for every single iPhone. iOS 16 supports all the way back to iPhone 8. Now the next one is the notes feature that I like here. It's called Quick Note. So let's scroll down here and we'll go to Control Center. You can go ahead and hit Control Center. We'll scroll down. A new feature is called Quick Note, where you can add this to your Control Center. It kind of reminds me of a way to kind of compete better with Samsung devices where they have the easy way to jot notes, but with your finger this time on iPhone. So scroll down here from the Control Center. You'll see down here, Quick Note. And you can just go ahead and take a quick note. Now, while we're talking about quick note, let's talk about another feature. Siri, or the dictation, will now be able to put punctuation and commas and stuff like that. Watch this. Hey bro, what is up today? You see how it kind of just put the comma, it put the, question mark, and now it's still listening to me because I forgot to turn it off. But you'll see it did it once again. You see the question mark right there? You see the comma? So if you don't know your grammar or your proper punctuation, dictation's got your back. You don't even need to know it anymore. iPhone's just making it like you don't even need to learn how to spell. You don't need to learn, I don't know. These things are just so smart. It's ridiculous these days. Next up is improvements to Apple Maps. You can basically, the headlining feature here is multi-stop routing. Essentially, you can add different stops along the driving route. You got transit cards in here as well. And landmarks are more beautifully visual. Now, I'm in Chicago. They say Chicago right there. And more Las Vegas, Seattle. They've been working on different cities to get better data. I actually seen an Apple car driving around my neighborhood. I was literally right behind it. So they are working on getting more data around the cities to improve map support, make sure everything is up to date. In Apple Maps now, you should be able to see a little bit better visuals along those routes. Of course, the visuals were already pretty good, but I'm guessing they're going to get a little bit better here in iOS 16. So I think they've come a long way with how things look. I mean, they're even getting trees inside of here. That's absolutely insane. You'll be like, hey, go down to Columbus Drive, make sure you see that big tree on the left. Like, I mean, it's going to get very detailed. I only think it's going to get better and better and better as time goes on with this. But the ability to add multi-stop routing on Apple Maps is also an amazing new feature, especially if you're the type of person who's like, I'm going to hit 3 stores at the same time while I'm going to do this event later. That's pretty cool, I would say. A couple major improvements to Apple Health, the ability to now track medications, vitamin supplements as well. Now you can see right there, you could set them up, set up schedule and reminders. You can see, you can learn about interactions between different medicines on your list. These could be some life-saving informations right here if you're trying to take 2 different pills or whatever and they interact with each other. Pretty neat new feature. Now it says it's encrypted and nobody could see your medical information. Very important because people do like to commit medical fraud where essentially they will like use your information to get some drugs. So I like that they're encrypting this, making this nearly impossible to retrieve. Also, if we go over here down, you're going to find improvements to cycle tracking. So within iOS 16, you're going to be able to learn more about menstrual cycles, spotting. They're going to be able to spot irregularities better. So amazing information for women out there who have some things about this, some issues with this or whatever. Even if they don't, just making sure they're on top of their health with the cycle tracking is amazing. Also, ovulation features are coming to newer Apple Watches, including Series 8, because they're going to be able to track ovulation. If you're planning, a new child or whatever, you're going to be able to find exactly when you might be able to conceive. This can be groundbreaking for those people who are trying and having issues. So definitely, I like these new Apple Health features. I like how they're improving the experience and improving like lifestyle things within Apple Health. This is definitely really cool. Instead of just kind of changing the way the icon looks and kind of the way the features look, they know they don't need to do that. They need to improve how this iPhone actually works. So Apple Health, nice new improvements. And let's talk the new Apple News update. So they have better visuals here within iOS 16, but the big one is My Sports. So right here, you're going to see this new section called My Sports. You can get started here and you can manage these sports by teams, leagues, and different athletes. So if you like LeBron James, for example, I know a lot of people don't, but if you do, here you go. You can just add them in there and then you can click LeBron James once we're done with this. Well, we have to go back now, but once you go into My Sports, they're going to be able to show you more about LBJ. So right here, I'll tell you everything you want to know if that's your favorite player. For example, I'm just giving you an example here. Scrolling down, you have NBA. I have NFL and MLB just for an example. So it's nice that if you want to manage your sports, and also these will be showing some like nice new pop-ups in the lock screen as well. You'll be add more when you want. You can remove LeBron if he made you mad lately or something like that. You can add the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry and stuff like that if you want to go ahead and do that. You can see how it color codes to the team colors. I mean, it's pretty awesome. If you love to follow sports, the iPhone's going to have one of the best experiences this year on following sports through your phone. So pretty nice new touch with the My Sports and Apple News. Another cool new feature is the Spotlight search is available basically anywhere now at the bottom. So you could just click that anytime and be on your way. You can also go ahead and when it's showing those dots, you can still do your scrolling. So if you're in the motion of scrolling, you can do that. But if you pause for a second, it'll go back to the search. So a pretty cool touch if you're in the Spotlight search and things of that sort. Also in Apple Translate, over here we have a couple new features. You'll have the ability to see conversation views side by side. You'll have the ability to auto translate and have system-wide translation, obviously. You can also use the camera here now in Apple Translate to go ahead and translate what the camera is seeing. So a pretty cool update here. If you're looking to translate things, let's grab this little eyeglasses cleaner. And you can go ahead and tap the button to translate that. Let's go ahead and take a picture. And let's see if it can do it really quickly. So you can see it's showing me a translation right there. So pretty cool. Like if you're in a different country and you just need to take a picture of something to translate to see what's going on. What is that thing? What does that thing say on that product? This could be a beautiful new feature for those travelers and stuff like that. So pretty neat. I love it. It's an awesome upgrade. So a couple of other things before we head up out of here. Apple is improving the Home app. They're making it look a lot nicer here, a lot more visually appealing. I'm not a big user of this app just yet, but as I continue to add more smart products, I think it'll look a lot more pretty than it did before. They're having faster security responses as well. In addition to that, there's a new safety check feature in here that could be like really important for somebody who is going through people who are just trying to get into their information, their data. If circumstances or trust levels change, Safety Check will disconnect you from people, apps, and devices you no longer want to be connected to. So this could be very important for people who are being stalked and stuff like that. An amazing new feature. You can also do an emergency reset on here if you need to do that. So you can manage sharing access, who can find your information and stuff. And this can be a groundbreaking feature for certain individuals. Hopefully you don't have to use this too often, but if you do, I'm glad it's there. You didn't have features like this before. And a couple other things. You have Apple Pay Later now, so with an Apple Wallet, I'm not gonna open up Apple Wallet because I got some specific cards in there, but you can pay later with Apple Pay. So pretty cool, better ID support, and FaceTime has handoff with other devices as well in iOS 16. I mean, you could just go ahead and download iOS 15.7 if you're not ready for 16, but this is basically everything that's coming. So here's my iPhone 13 Pro Max. Let me go ahead and lower the brightness and show you what was available today, 15.7, and then you could download the 16 if you want. It's really up to you. Apple is said to be releasing a dot release soon of this official iOS 16 version. And just to confirm, we'll show the build number. See right here, this update is 20A362, which is the same as the Golden Master release, the GM build that just got launched a little while ago. So definitely, is it fast? Yes. Phone's a little warm because I just downloaded it. I've been playing with it this whole time. Let me run the Geekbench test and we'll compare it to the scores on iOS 15.6.1 and see if it improved or decreased, and then we'll head up out of here. So here's our final Geekbench scores: 1725 on the single, 4659 on the multi-core. That is iOS 16. I didn't also mention the new accessibility updates. There's a new feature with door detection where you can essentially use this door detection to read numbers aloud, like wheelchair accessible symbols and stuff like that. So it's nice that they're always adding a little bit more to accessibility. I'm not going to cover all of that here in this video, but I just want to take a look one more time at our previous scores for Geekbench, and you could see they were slightly higher than our current Geekbench scores prior to the update. So performance though looks about the same. It doesn't look like you're getting major jumps there. Anyway, that's iOS 16. That's what's coming to your iPhone. If you have the iPhone 14 Pro, the 14 Plus, whatever the new 14s and the 13 models, you're going to get the most features. But most of the core features are coming to every iPhone all the way back to the iPhone 8. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on iOS 16, if you're running into bugs, battery life, how long it took the update, and your favorite features. Let's discuss it in the comments. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Nick here, and peace.